A very good morning to all. Today, I am going to speak on God's will according to St. Francis de Sales. What we receive simply from the will of God is always very pleasing to Him, provided we receive it with a cheerful heart and love of His holy will. God's will can be understood in two ways: declared will and permissive will. God's declared will is manifested in four areas: His commandments, of counsel, of inspiration, and in the commandments of the Church. One requires to discover the permissive will of God in the normal course of events, difficulties and consolations, failures and success, sickness and death. God will not send me angels to announce to me His permissive will. The stones, animals, trees are not to speak. It is only the human person that can communicate to me the will of God. I need therefore to practice charity and maintain this union with my neighbor, and the only means this can be done is through gentleness and condescension. Our natural life depends on the divine will, but our supernatural life centers around the fulfillment of God's will. By it, God lives and reigns in us. The tribulations in themselves are dreadful, but see them as God's will. They are lovable and delightful. The one who really loves God loves all the divine permissive will, even when things go wrong and he has to face afflictions and hardships. The sun rays do not cease to be true rays of light, even if they are shut out or pushed back by some obstacle. So too, the declared will of God does not cease to be the true will of God, even if we resist it. A person who abandons his will to that of God must remain in His arms, like an infant at the breast of its mother. When the mother puts the infant down and trains him to take a few steps on his own, the child walks till the mother lifts him up again and carries him in her arms. Indeed, the child does not know and is not concerned about its well-being. He leaves this to the care of his mother. So should we allow ourselves to be carried in the arms of the Lord by observing His permissive will of God, and walk on our own by carrying out the dictates of His declared will. Whether God gives us a share in His consolation or not, we must keep ourselves submissive to His very holy will. That should be the mistress and guide of our life. After this, we must have nothing to desire. Thank you. Live Jesus.